The 2025 Strongest Man on Earth contest is just over 1 week away. Just over a week then till the Strongest Man on Earth. Now, we're going to have a new champion. We have had Trey Mitchell be the champion when it was the Shaw Classic. However, the name change, it will be a new champion.
It will be a new title holder.
Indeed,
someone's going to win this title for the first time out of this lineup.
Now, I am really, really excited for Strongest Man on Earth, Shaw Classic weekend as a whole. I'm getting two of my favourite things combined together, arm wrestling and strongman. I'm going there as a competitor for the arm wrestling, and then I'm there as a commentator analyst for the strongman. Cannot wait for both of those things. It's going to be an amazing weekend. There's loads happening as well.
Yeah, there
and
is.
Obviously we were there for the first time last year, and it was so cool seeing so many strongman fans there. I hope we see more of that this year.
Well, last year we didn't get there till the Friday, if you remember. So it was such a rush and the weekend went so quickly. And this time we go on the Tuesday. So we've got almost a full week
Lots
to enjoy
more time
it.
to enjoy it, acclimatise.
Yes.
And I was falling asleep in meetings last year.
You were, yeah.
We came straight from our holiday, straight to that. I was all over the place. But this time I will be ready. I will be hopefully arm wrestling well and doing as well as I can with the commentating for the Strongman show. Anyway, enough about what I'm doing. Let's focus on what we're all here for. These are our predictions and everything you need to know about the Strongest Man on Earth. So let's get started with the lineup, starting off with potentially one of the favourites, obviously a three-time World's Strongest Man winner, the big albatross, Tom Stoltman.
And joining him in this lineup is Lucas Hatton, who placed third at this competition last year. I would throw in a nickname for Lucas, but at this point he has so many, I don't know which one to choose.
I've seen all sorts of nicknames coming out for Lucas recently. Anyway, moving on, we've got the two-time winner of the Shaw Classic. Not managed to win this title since it's been Strongest Man on Earth, but another favourite for this contest, Trey Mitchell.
And joining them is Austin Andrade, who won the Shaw Classic Open a couple of years ago, and he was fourth at this competition last year.
Hot off his Giants Live win recently, Evan Singleton looking back in shape. He is coming to win the title as well.
The American log lift record holder Bobby Thompson is also joining this lineup.
A dark horse and a former winner of the Shaw Classic Open contest, Thomas Evans.
Joining the Strongest Man on Earth lineup for the first time, coming over from the Czech Republic, is Andre Foitu.
First timer at the Strongest Man on Earth from the UK, Shane Flowers.
He just placed second at the North America's Strongest Man. Wesley Dewinski returns to the Strongest Man on Earth.
The winner of the Shaw Classic Open last year, Josh Spurgeon. He's the new boy in the contest.
Now this man has been enjoying a huge first year at the pro scene. Nick Guardione is competing at the Strongest Man on Earth.
Eddie Williams, the big Australian, is coming to the Strongest Man on Earth.
Bryce Johnson, hot off of his North America's Strongest Man win, is competing here for the first time also.
And one of our returning Canadians, Tristan Hoth, will be back as well.
And last but not least, we have Maxime Boudreau, last year's winner of North America's Strongest Man.
So we've got a good mix of athletes, some returning that have been here before, some completely new. They're going to be experiencing this contest, this brutal contest, for the first time. 8 events over 2 days. It's a very, very tough one. Very heavy events, and they are starting things off with an exciting one, the max log lift.
Yeah, so they're starting with the max log lift, and there's so many good log lifters to watch out for in this lineup. I mean, none other than Lucas Hatton. I feel he's probably been the most impressive in training and the person who's probably creating the most buzz right now.
There's a lot of talks of Lucas. I don't think someone like Trey Mitchell should be overlooked. He's won the log at this contest many times.
Yeah.
We have seen, I said this in another video recently, we've seen a lot of athletes coming to the Strongest Man on Earth, lifting massive weights and underperform at the competition.
Yeah, we have.
And we've seen different logs used at the competition.
Yeah.
Altitude has been potentially a factor. It's hard to really know.
Yeah.
But the reality is we've seen crazy numbers lifted in the gym, not quite managed in competition. And the interesting thing with the Strongest Man on Earth is Brian allows athletes to pick their numbers. So strategy becomes a very important factor. And that sometimes can hold people back because you don't want to be the guy risking everything just to try and attempt a record. You
Yeah.
want to secure points first and foremost. So, with only 3 lifts, you don't have that round system that you have in other competitions where you can just push and push and push. And okay, if you fail that one, you kind of go back to what everyone else has done. You kind of want to take a risk to get that record, and we could well see the American record go with the amount of great Americans. I mean, we spoke off air, but 12 athletes from North America competing in this competition.
Yeah, which is really interesting. I've seen a lot of chat about that online, quite a bit of criticism actually. But it's still a great mix of athletes. It's a really high standard of competition. And I think, there's different opportunities in different areas of the world at different competitions, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, 3 athletes that maybe you'd put in there was a Canadian, Mitch Hooper, an Icelander, Thor Bjornsson, and the current world's strongest man, Rainer now, all pulled out or turned down their invitation. So right now, you've pretty much got the top guys in the world. Maybe there's a couple of others that can be put in, but they're all performing well, all capable of doing very well. Log lift. I mean, the fact is Bobby Thompson is the American log lift record holder.
217.5 kilos it stands at.
Yeah. So we've seen Lucas and Trey do more than that in the gym. Austin Andrade's been hitting crazy numbers. Tom Stoltman is a very good log lifter. Andre Foytu, the junior record holder, an amazing log lifter. Someone else that's really good is Thomas Evans.
Yeah,
Thomas Evans won the log a number of competitions.
He's won a couple of log ladders. I'm sure he won it at Road Invitational last year and World. Yeah,
he's a great lifter as well. So there's some potential for huge numbers to go up in this first event. It's an exciting one to kick the contest off.
Event number 2 then is a carry and hoist. Now, this is a frame carry into a vertical pull, and we do have some men in this competition with tremendous grip. Evan Singleton is one of them. Now, Evan actually didn't do as well on this event last year as I thought perhaps he had, but it was different last year. It was like the massive wheelbarrow vehicle thing.
It was that thing.
The technical term.
Yeah.
I still envision Evan doing really well here. Eddie Williams, excellent grip.
Eddie is someone with massive hands, very, very good grip. We've seen a number of times. I think this event will suit someone like Eddie.
Very much so.
Other athletes to look out for. Wesley. He's really good at these type of things.
Yeah.
Maxime, when he's in shape, really good at this. There is a little bit of question mark with Maxime's biceps since the North American Championship, so not sure what shape he's in. I'm hoping he's in good shape coming into this.
Yeah. Nick Gardione also, he was really good at both grip events that they did at Giants Live a few weeks ago.
Now for me, this is the event that really makes or breaks Trey Mitchell's contest. How many times we've seen Trey talked about as a contender, and then it comes to a frame carry or a farmer's grip that costs him massive points. In a contest with 16 athletes, he cannot afford to be zeroing or one-pointing this event.
No.
If he can somehow get like an 8th place, a 10th place even, he has a shout of winning this whole competition. If he zeroes this, could be game over. And this event being so early into the competition, yes, he has time to come back, but it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it's an uphill battle after that, isn't it?
I think we could see a number of the other big log pressers struggle a bit more on this event. So you could have someone that's very consistent going into event number 3 as your leader.
Yeah, and I think actually Austin Andrade did very well at this event last year, so he's one to watch too.
So moving on to event number 3, we have the max keg for height. So it's maximum weight over a set height. They're going to go up in rounds, and straight away I'm thinking guys like Tom Stoltman, Shane Flowers.
Yeah. Wesley Dowinski's very good at throwing.
Wesley's very good at throwing.
Trey's good at throwing. Evan's good at throwing.
And the max weight changes things a little bit as well.
Yeah.
You have so many competitions where it's a run for speed or it's been about height. We haven't seen too many max weights.
No, not from a lot of guys in this lineup as well. Like I know Nick was very good at the run that they did at OSG, but how does that change when it's for max weight? I think
when you're not worried about speed, it can change things a lot. Because some athletes, they're just not the fastest.
No.
And sometimes with a for speed event, you throw it and you miss one and then suddenly your time's down.
Yeah.
Whereas with this, you get multiple attempts as well. So it doesn't have to go over that first time. You can compose yourself, get it on the second attempt.
Although if he does it the same way as last year, which I assume he will, which attempt you get it on determines your placing if it's a draw, in terms of the weight that
well pointed out. That's something to think about. However, I think we've got some amazing throwers in this lineup.
We do, yeah. I'm interested to see Shane, because Shane is quite something to see if you've never seen him throw in person. Do you remember the Magnus Classic? He just sort of goes dun, 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 Done. But how does that translate to a max weight?
Yeah, we've seen him be good for distance.
Yeah.
We've seen him be great on speed.
Yeah.
What is he like with weight? So the final event of day one is going to be the iconic stone event.
Manhood stones.
The manhood stones, 4 stones, with the heaviest stone being 600 pounds. No one managed to lift this last year, and this was an event that cost people major points because they just went in blindly trying to go for the heavier stones and failing. And then you basically, when you put that much effort in, you just have nothing left. So dropping down 50 or 100 pounds, you still haven't recovered.
Yeah.
And then we did see people zeroing, including arguably the best stone lifter in the world, Tom Stoltman. Now, I cannot see Tom making that mistake.
He's not going to make that same mistake again. Absolutely not. I think he'll come into this much more tactical this year, much more cautious. I think he'll get a safe lift in before attempting something very big. I still think he'll want that massive stone because stone's at his event and he's going to want the event win. Thor's not there this year either.
Well, when we just look at the events we've spoken about, log for max, carry and hoist, keg for max, they are 3 fantastic events.
Tom's got a great first day.
He's going to be going into this last event in a good position.
Potentially leading.
That will allow him the luxury of going last on an event like this. He can then see where to pick up points. And, if I was coaching him, that would be what I would be telling him. Pick up points first.
Yes.
Make sure you end the day in first place. Then go for glory.
Yeah.
And I think, if he does that, he's got the opportunity still to do the 600. But worst case, he's going into day 2, leading the competition where he wants to be, and with a great, score on the board.
Yeah. So a couple of other guys to look out for on this lift, of course. Trey Mitchell, never to be overlooked on stones. Yeah. Austin Andrade, great stone lifter. Shane Flowers again, very good stone lifter.
Austin was amazing at this last year.
Yeah, he was really good.
He did really well. Yeah, Shane has done some crazy stones in training as well. So, the whole line, athletes just seem to be getting better at these big stones.
Yeah, there's guys we're not talking about who are going to be probably mid to higher end of the pack on every single event as well.
And that could be an interesting factor as well. We'll talk about overalls in a bit, but there could be guys we don't talk about on individual events, but they're just behind those scores on each event that could end up doing very well overall. Mm-hmm. Anyway, day number 2 kicks off with the trap bar deadlift. Lots of talk about this one early on in the build-up.
And I think people's perceptions or whatever, opinions have changed a bit since learning more about the equipment. It's a lower pickup than people anticipated.
Much lower pickup. The thickness of the bar is huge. There's going to be no flexing of the bar. It's going to be a hard, heavy pull. I still expect huge numbers to go up.
What do you think, like 500 kilos?
I think around 500 kilos is going to be like the winning kind of weights. I don't, people were talking about like 700, 600, I think anything over 500 is going to be monstrous.
Yeah, I think people were envisioning a much higher pick though, weren't they? Rather than, about 12 inches? And some people don't get much from that couple of extra inches.
I think some of the athletes that maybe they wouldn't be so good at a normal deadlift could excel on, especially if they've got strong legs.
Like Lucas
Hatton. Leg power. I think Trey will be good at this.
Trey will be good. Josh Spurgeon.
Josh has been looking good in this in training.
Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby Thompson, Austin Andrade. Yes. Those type of big, thick-set, powerful athletes.
Bryce Johnson also, maybe.
Bryce, maybe his height is a factor on this. Same with Tom. I think, I hope I'm proven wrong, but potentially that height could cost them where you're bent over more. If you can kind of get into that starting position, you're stood upright.
Because you sort of squat it up.
You can squat it up, yes, rather than kind of hinging through the hips. It'll depend on, leverage. Yeah. Some athletes will find it more comfortable than others, but it's going to be a heavy, hard start to day number 2. So event number 2, another heavy event to kick the day off, the yoke event. Now this is going to be done in rounds. So it's only 20 foot, not a huge distance, but it's heavy. And a heavy yoke is very different to a yoke for speed. The first round, I was speaking to Brian, it's going to be around 1,200 pounds, and literally this round is just to qualify you to attempt the heavier yoke.
Yeah.
The heavier yoke, they're looking at 1,400, so that's like 700 odd kilos, something crazy. And then it's whoever can go the furthest, or if you complete the distance, the quickest time. Now, that kind of weight is very different to running with, say, 500 kilos and less.
Yeah.
Speed becomes a factor with those type of things. With this, you need stability. You need a smooth run. You do not want that yoke kind of rocking and throwing you off position because you will just go down.
Yeah.
You want to be under there, pick up. You don't want a huge amount of clearance because, really...
You don't want to pick up any higher than necessary.
Yeah. And a smooth, steady kind of motion so that you get as much stability through the implement as possible. Now, if this was a standard yoke that we normally see, Evan. 450, 500 kilos, I'd pick Evan Singleton all day long.
Yeah.
I still think Evan will be very good at this. He's great at yoke. He's got that core strength. But I think guys like Trey Mitchell, again, Lucas Hatton, Austin Andrade, those big, thick, powerful guys, it's an advantage to them that it's so heavy.
Yeah. How do you think Tom is going to fare with this one? Tom's not like he's decent at yoke. He's not one of the top yoke guys, but he is massive.
I actually think the size that Tom is helps him.
Yeah.
I think Tom lifts it, and if he lifts it, he'll carry it.
Yeah.
I think if it was about speed, it would hold him back a bit slightly as well.
Yeah.
But he's got to get that pickup right. He's got to get everything set. You need that the crossbar all the way across from rear delts all the way across your traps. You want as much surface area as possible, so you kind of really get that stabilization of this yoke. And I mean, it's going to be a fun one.
It's going to be fun for us to watch. Absolutely brutal to do.
Yeah, it's going to
nasty.
It can leave you very, very sore. It's vital that you get the pickup right and you get that bar set right, because if you get that wrong, there's a lot of compression through the spine. It can cause problems. So just making sure they get the pickup right is key. Order can be really important as well. If you've seen someone hit a target that maybe they haven't finished, you've got that marker to beat. So I don't think it's going to be so important to go super fast, but to finish it will be important.
Yeah. So the penultimate event is going to be the standing chest press, making a return. We didn't see it last year. It is back this year. Now, last time we had it in competition was Brian's last show. He won it.
Thomas Evans was second.
Yeah, Thomas Evans, yeah. So I think that, Thomas was standalone in second place, I think, with 8 reps. And then there were a few guys tied behind him with 7 reps. Yeah, so Thomas Evans, definitely expect to see him do well. And again, I think these big barrel-chested men, I think Josh Spurgeon's going to do really well at this. Austin Andrade, Trey Mitchell.
Yeah.
Evan Singleton did well at it, I believe.
Evan was he joint third?
Yeah, I think so, with 7 reps,
So, the good thing for Evan in this competition, I think, is consistency.
I think he'll do well, sorry.
Lucas, definitely. Yeah. I think Evan is a threat for this competition because of that consistency. Yeah. I mean, when we look at the next event, potentially one of his best events, it's going to be the I say shield carry. It's not a shield. It's like an anchor, I think, or that they're going to carry into the power stairs. Yeah, and I believe he won the power stairs last year.
Oh, I can't remember.
Well, I know he was very good. I'm pretty sure he did, actually. Yeah. He's very good at these type of events. I think he'll be happy finishing on an event like this. And, if there's no mistakes, like we saw him with the deadlift in the years gone by and things like that, he's going to be a threat. Anyone else you think we should be looking out for on the power stairs?
Tom Stockman's a really obvious choice, I think, for a carry and into power stairs. He's such a tall athlete. Nick Guardione's good at this. Lucas did very well at this last year as well. He finished super strong and kept himself on that podium.
Lucas is a powerhouse. And what was he, third last year?
Yeah, third,
He's going to, without Thor and Mitch being there, he's going to want to win this title. Tom Stoltman's going to want to win this title. We had Trey and Austin in 4th and 5th last year. They want to win this title. There's dark horses in terms of like Thomas Evans. I think Evan Singleton is a real contender for this competition. Lots and lots of names that people are throwing about.
You got to pick one winner though. I'm not going to. I've tried to do this and I'm just stressing myself out. I have a winner, all right? I don't have a podium, but I do have other people that I think realistically can win.
Well, every name that I've just mentioned can win.
Yeah.
The guy I'm going to go for, I think, I've just got a feeling he is coming in shape. And there's been so much talk about this guy. He is, he's won a certain competition a number of times, not managed to win the other shows. But if you look at his resume, he's actually been on the podium in all the big major shows.
Every major show,
This is his chance to really take another major. I think Tom Stoltman is going to come in fantastic shape. I think day one is amazing for him. It really is. And he is a confidence lifter. When Tom gets a sniff and he's out in front, he's a front runner. He is hard to catch. When he can go last on each event, he sees what people have done, that head goes up and he looks confident. And he has been training very, very hard. He's not been posting an awful lot.
No, he hasn't.
He's been training hard. I know he's coming in shape. I am going to pick Tom Stoltman to take the win on this
Do you think him not currently holding the World's Strongest Man title makes him hungrier?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He wants the title. And I've spoken to Tom privately, and he gets a lot of criticism from people because he's great at Worlds, and then people say he's rubbish at everything else.
Which
he is
isn't.
not.
No.
He's come third at this competition before. He's been second at Rogue. He's been on the podium at the Arnolds. Yeah. He's made mistakes. He has the experience to learn from those mistakes. I think these are a great set of events for him. I think when you look at some of his main rivals, maybe they have bigger weaknesses than he does on certain events. Yeah. I think he's got a number of events where he can bank top points on.
Yeah.
And, like I said, if he's hungry, if he's prepared, he is an absolute beast.
Now, I think you're probably right, but I don't like agreeing with you all the time because it's very boring. So I have a different winner. My winner is Trey Mitchell. Now, you said it yourself, it all boils down to that grip event for Trey. I think if he loses, if he zeroes that, we're out of contention. But I think he has events he could win there. The max log, the max deadlift, the throw, the stones. He's got so many other good events. I think Trey has a really solid chance. If not Trey, then I think it will be won by either Tom, Evan, or Lucas. Behind them, with a puncher's chance, I think we've got Austin and Thomas Evans. I would be happily surprised because I like all of these guys if someone else won it other than those guys. But I think
looking at the lineup, I agree. I think those are our 6 athletes that are really going to be contending. I would be delighted to see someone else throw themselves into
love
that
a
mix.
plot twist. Look what Rainer now did at World Strongest Man.
Yeah, absolutely. I would agree with you though on that, but I'm going to go with Tom Stoltman. Okay. You go with Trey.
I will.
Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. It's just over a week away. Link in the description if you're not there and you want to watch the live stream. It's going to be an amazing competition. As always, guys, like, share and subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you guys next time.